Lena Waithe, you done did it again. I have to say I am thoroughly pleased with this first episode. And who would have known that I would have been so hooked to these characters that I literally just learned about and still have so much more to learn about them. Hey everyone, it's Ronnie from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing the pilot episode of the Showtime series, The Chi, and I'm so sorry that I'm so late, getting around to recording this and actually sitting down and watching all the episodes to catch up. So I'm basically going to be doing a review of the first episode, and if you haven't seen, I'm just letting you know that we're definitely getting into spoiler territory, so don't say I didn't warn you. So the series opens up and you're introduced to this character, Kuji, who first you think that it's like this beautiful young girl. This kid, he has the most gorgeous hair. He's so beautiful. And then when he speaks, you realize, oh my gosh, this is a guy. And I just fell in love. It was love at first sight when I saw this kid, even seeing his personality and his interactions as he goes on his, basically it seems like a typical, day for him. And as he sees a dog who I guess he feeds regularly, and as he's feeding the dog, he hears these gunshots, and then he does some research kind of trying to, I don't know who goes near the gunshots, but he does. And he stumbles across the dead body of this young man. And you can already tell that this is just a normal day in the life for him, because he doesn't run. He doesn't go call 911. What does he do? He literally starts checking his pockets to see if there's any money he can grab. He ends up taking the kid's sneakers, taking his chain, and then he hears the cops coming. He runs away, but the cops catch him because they see that he was standing over the young man's body, and they take him in, I guess, as a prime suspect for the murder. And so then you're introduced to his older brother, Brandon, who is an aspiring chef. He seems to have fully taken himself out of the part of town where his young brother is currently living, and he lives with his girlfriend, Jerica, and he is basically working hard in the kitchen to become a line chef so he can gather enough experience to open up his own restaurant with his girlfriend. So then, okay, you kind of see the girlfriend pick him up. She's like, yo, your mama tripping. You need to go get her. And so we're introduced to his mother, who we've seen in The Wire, which is the show that everyone compares this to, even though it's kind of different, but I can kind of see the resemblance, kind of not, but yeah. So you see that him and his mother has this weird, strained relationship. Clearly they don't get along. And I kind of wanted to learn more about his mother, because it seems like she's led a hard life, because there has to be something triggering, how she's acting. And she tells her son, hey, take him to the police station because, your brother been picked up by the cops and we got to get him out. And then she kind of makes fun of him because his girl was like, oh, okay, well, you can use my car. And then she's like, why you ain't even got no car? And I'm like, ma'am, why you ain't got no car? Because clearly you had to come over to their place to get a ride to go get your son. But anywho's, so you see that this boy's being questioned by Detective Cruz, who is this white cop, and he seems like a good cop. He seems like he's one of the good guys. We don't really know, but just judging by the fun interaction between him and Kuji, as Kuji's like, yo, you need to step your shoe game up, get your life together. I enjoyed seeing all of that. And so as we're seeing how all these characters are kind of intertwined with one another, we see Detective Cruz pick up this older man who I don't think he does anything with his life, because he was basically saying he ain't got no job because he ain't trying to pay them Trump taxes. And so his name is Ronnie. And so we see Detective Cruz go pick up Ronnie, and he kind of whispers in his ear, it's about so-and-so, because I forgot the young man's name who was shot. I'm sorry. And you learn that the young man who has been killed, Ronnie basically raised him as a son, and he's not his biological father, but he helped him play basketball. He kind of helped mold him into the person that he was today. But you can see that him and the young man's mother are no longer together, and I don't know what happened. Hopefully we find out. And so as you see the interaction between Ronnie and his mother, she's kind of just like, hey, I need you, if you say that you were his father or you're a father figure in his life, I need you to go find out what happened to my son, because obviously the cops don't care and they're not going to solve anything. So you've always had my back. I need you to have my back and figure out what happened to my son. Do what you got to do. Okay. And so we'll come back to that a little bit later, but I want to finish introducing to you like all of the characters that kind of play key roles into this story. And so you're introduced to this young kid named Kevin and then his like older sister. And so the kid Kevin, he's so cute. Him and his friends, they are too much for little kids. You kind of see that he has a crush on this girl. He has a crush. He crushed her so hard that this girl got him auditioning for a musical, got him auditioning for The Wiz, okay? And so I think that's cute. Even his little interactions with his friends, when his one friend is like, I am not fat, I am husky. I was like, you better tell them about the huskies, okay? So the kid, his older sister, she's messing with this dude named Emmett, who's played by Jacob Lattimore. And basically Emmett, he's like a F-boy. Can I say fuck boy? Kind of, yeah, he's a fuck boy. Sorry for the cursing. But he got 2 kids. And then you find out halfway through the episode that the kid he not claiming is actually his, okay? So he has 3 kids now. I don't understand why we haven't invested in condoms, but hopefully after this 3rd kid, he'll get it together. And so I like the scene when he's basically smashing Kevin's older sister in his mama house, because he has 3 kids and lives with his mother as well. And then, you know, he kind of hides her, and then his mom was like, get up from under the bed. And then she just kind of okay with it. Like, let my mother have found someone in my room, okay? I wouldn't even be alive right now to be giving you this review of the TV show, because that's what really would have went down. But somehow he managed to, like, you know, make it to see another day, and she did too. Because my mama also would have went and snitched on the girl and called her parents and told them everything, okay? Because she would have messed up everybody's life. But so as you see how everyone is kind of like intertwined with each other, as Kevin is walking home, he hears like a commotion outside of a store. And, you know, you see Ronnie has been questioning people trying to figure out who killed his son. And so he's kind of directed to, hey, I saw this kid who's a description of Coogee, who, you know, was over the body, took something from the body. And so he goes to the store all the time. So the kid leads Ronnie to the store to wait for Coogee to show up. And basically he sees Coogee, he goes and questions him. He sees the chain that he took, and he's like, this is my son's chain. So, I mean, logically, you will assume, okay, you are the person who killed my son. And so he's trying to ask him, he's like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't kill him. Like, here, you had a chain back. I just took this. Like, I had nothing to do with his murder. But in the middle of them arguing with one another, Ronnie ends up actually shooting and killing Coogee. And then my favorite character was gone. Like, he was my favorite. And then the episode wasn't even over, and they killed him. And so Kevin sees this, and then as Ronnie's trying to run away, like after realizing what he did, he sees Kevin. I'm thinking like, oh snap, they finna kill my second favorite person of the show. But thank goodness Kevin is alive and well for now, I guess. I guess I know from the premise of the show I should not be attached to any character, because they can be gone like that. And Ronnie runs away. Kevin runs back home. He like, look, I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing. I don't want no issues. And so, you know, then Coogee shot. Detective Cruz comes to the crime scene. He sees that it is the young man Coogee, and it's just, oh, child, that funeral was too much. It got me. You see how all these characters are still intertwined, and then you see the tumultuous relationship between Brandon and his mother, as she basically blames him for her younger son being killed. And then what that does to Brandon, he decides to just take himself back into work. He's trying to get this line cook position. And can we talk about the chef's wife, okay? Like, why are you doing the most? And then you are so bold that you're just openly flirting with this dude, like at the restaurant with your husband working there. And Brandon, why are you flirting back with her? Like, I know you're trying to get a promotion, but I need you to chill too, okay? I hope, Brandon, don't do it. You got a good woman at home. Don't do this. Do not mess up your career by getting in bed with your boss's wife. Just don't do it, okay? So he immerses himself back into work, has a good night, and you see, like, the next day he starts investigating, like, yo, what happened to my little brother? I need to know. And so as he's retracing his brother's normal steps, he goes to the store that his brother is actually murdered outside of, and he talks to the guy, and then he kind of runs into Emmett, and Emmett's like, oh, yo, this girl I'm smashing, like, her little brother saw the whole thing. And I'm like, well, I'm sure she probably told you don't tell no one, but you were just so giving with the information that Brandon goes and finds Kevin. Kevin like, look, I ain't telling you nothing. Like, so if I tell you and then you go kill them, then they gonna be looking for me. Like, I'm not doing that right now. And so he ends up finally like telling him like, yo, just show me who it is. And he's like, okay, fine, like, give me some money. Then he asked for a bike, and I was like, Kevin, that's all you was asking for? I would ask for a little bit more, but I get you a little kid, so $42 probably goes a long way in a little kid's life, so that's okay. But he ends up, as he's taking Brandon to see, you know, who's the one who shot him, Brandon gets a text message saying, hey, you got the line cook job. And just as he gets that text message, Kevin is like, yo, that's him right there, and he points out Ronnie. And then the episode kind of ends with, and then you wonder, like, is Brandon gonna kind of go back into this life that he tried to escape as he tries to figure out, you know, who murdered his son? He murdered his brother. He sees who murders his brother. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna tell Detective Cruz? Or are you just gonna take matters into your own hands as Ronnie did and just go kill Ronnie? And then it's just this never ending cycle of just hurt and violence. And I really, really, really enjoyed this episode. Like, I was hooked from the first episode. I was so involved with the characters. I'm so sad to see Coogee rest in peace because I really loved you, okay? I loved you, but Kevin is my second best. And I really want to see how these characters are developed. Is this going to be something, is it going to be like Walking Dead where everybody dying like every 5 seconds? I don't know. I just need to know so I can prepare my heart for mourning for this entire first season. So those are my thoughts on the first episode. My name is Sharana from Pay Your Weight, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I will see you soon.